Well, I lost you on the other one. I don't know what I did. I think I pushed the back button or I timed out. But anyway, this is inside the shed. That's some stuff I started from last year. Most of it's went out into the garden. Here, that's all dry, but these are ready to, I'll probably put the later starting stuff in there. Sunflowers, melons, zucchini, squash, stuff like that. Yeah, I can't wait for that. But here's what I really came in here for. These are the peppers I tried to overwinter. Now, they started off doing really well. This one actually had like new growth on it. There it goes. This was the healthiest one, as you can tell. That one was next, but that one was like always sick anyway. It didn't really produce, but this one was producing and doing well. And it's still green. But about like last month or so, about a month and a half ago, I noticed it was getting bugs on them again, so I sprayed them with neem oil. I think it might have been an old batch of neem oil, and they started all losing their leaves, because these three all had leaves, kept leaves on them in here, even through all the frost. So when the sun comes out, they'll all go out, and if they grow back, they start growing great. If not, I'll just kind of try again next year with some peppers overwintering, because that'll be cool. If as soon as the frost is over, that goes out and just starts starts producing a lot earlier, because it's already established. Oh, Jake, check this out. I've learned my lesson. You can't use your big ones for bait too quickly, but the longer you let it go. Look at that, Jake. That's a red worm. Look at that. That's a red worm. Anyway, I got him tiered up. It's kind of leaning because of the weight. I'm going to redo it, but this will eventually be really good, worm castings for the garden. This right here is just peat moss, but I've put a cardboard, the drill. The cardboard and the waste, veggie waste and all that stuff. Still need to clean up in here. I need to get it more, I want to get it more organized for as far as like that end and the shelves and stuff. Will have the plants, ready to go. The ones I want to take care of over the winter. This is Blanca's poor avocado plant. I took it out. It was doing really good. It's still alive though. But I left it out in a frost, and it's still battling, but it's hurt. Okay, I want to show you that. What else? So yeah, I got them other barrels. That's probably about, each barrel I make at least 2 planters out of. So I'm probably gonna cut those in half, like those bigger ones. See, I cut them around that bottom ring, and they look really nice, but they're not as deep. And I want to plant some tomatoes in there. Oh, and then like when I cut the middles out, I got the plastic rings out of the middles that I can use. Maybe put some dirt in it. They're just just there, like open on both sides, but go figure something out. That was our cherry tomato. Look, still some little cherry tomatoes in there. They'll probably grow some cherry tomatoes down there from them falling. They'll probably volunteer, I bet. Oh no, they won't. I'm going to cover this with plastic in a little bit, so they probably won't. I want to kill these weeds with plastic. Here's I let Blanca take care of that section. That's got like herbs. There's some kale in there, different stuff. I'm gonna plant I'm gonna be putting in fence posts here and putting that roll of chain link. I don't know if you can see it over there. There it is. that roll of chain link. I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4 4x4 posts and attach it to that. But in front here, I'll probably have some sunflowers and some of the roselle plant. Probably plant some sunflowers along there. Fortino just cut down all the trees, so yeah. Here's where I got a load of that compost. The guy brought some homemade mixed compost. I guess he did it on his property. Had a lot of rocks, so I had to sift it with the sifter. And there's still some dirt in here after it got wet. It's still got some dirt I can salvage, but quite a few rocks too. So here's where I was putting the rocks until I discovered after it gets wet, I can get a lot more dirt out of it. But I put a whole bunch in a hole where a stump was like that. I might sift through that, but this general area, I'm probably gonna plant a few things. Maybe those goji berries, but they like a lot of sun, so. We had started this. This was like just an experiment to see how seeds, how different things grew, and if they did good, we moved them over to that garden area. But I just filled up some of the pots with potting soil. Not my best mixed potting soil either, but filled it up and Blanca moved the fennel around. They were in just one. That's fennel. It's in that's a chard. And that's a different kind of chard. Fennel. Kale. These are actually a green radish. Let's see here. Yep. It's a green radish. More chard. That's pak choi that bolted like as soon as it started growing. There's lettuce that the squirrels like to come and eat. That's a giant radish. It doesn't like to be growing together with the other ones. I think I'm just gonna let it bolt, harvest the seeds, and call it good. There's a pathway with some of the logs. So yeah, he brought his first load was like all this and all that back there. Then he came back and he dropped all that off. And I have to dig through it to see how much of this in the back is actually wood chips. It looks like a fairly good amount of wood chips, but I don't know what's underneath there. So I dug some out over there. I'm probably gonna end up using most of it too as I'm working in here, but we'll see. So yeah, Jake, if you can use any of this, let me know, because there's plenty to go around. All right. Talk to you guys later.